facing a serious test on the road against a ranked opponent. Can they escape here with the top ranking intact? Welcome to Nippert Stadium, the home field of the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Green Day Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. On the move. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown.
Teams can go years without an opening kickoff return for a touchdown. It's very rare to start a game, but also the kind of start you dream about, especially when you can do it in front of this home crowd.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. They're going to the air on the first play. It's an out route, the catch made. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
We talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Tackle made after just a short gain. Both these teams told us they're eager to prove a point. Here we are mid-season. They both earned their spot in the rankings, but we expect a tight, competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. Love the fact that we get these two teams on the field. May the better team win, and hopefully it's a close one all the way to the end. See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Out of the gun now on third down. Tries the right with a quick throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The back's got it on a counter. Has the first down and more. Tackle made after a solid gain. They spot the ball at the 31.
All right, Chris, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen today, they're big. They weigh over 300 pounds. But that doesn't mean they don't have to have agility. And the way they can get out there in front of the runner, create space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction. And a runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because he's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection and power plays. And this one worked out really well for a nice piece of yards and a first down.
First and 10 play coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Play action here on first down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. But the fourth quarter really starts to wear you out.
And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some.
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. The ball is picked off. Could take it all the way. He's at the 50. At the 30. At the 20. Takes it all the way back for a pick six. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the defense gets involved, scoring a touchdown to suddenly tie this football game.
Just getting a couple turnovers from your defense is really all you can expect. But to be able to get 6 points from them in addition is above and beyond. They get their 6 points, and now they're really thinking about winning this game.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's brought down just across the 25-yard line. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Play action fake, looking to throw. He's looking deep here. The pass is intercepted. Breaks into the open. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Caught by the receiver. And that play moves the ball across midfield. First down now from the 42.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
As the first down is still going. The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Great patience here. Great execution by the entire offense. The quarterback kind of baits the defense towards him, drops it off to the back, and he's got a convoy in front of him for a nice first down.
And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Hart. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Shotgun formation here on third down. Oh, that one's picked off. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shift this could be.
Throwing in the rain can be very dangerous. The timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver can be off. Here, the quarterback takes a chance and forces the ball. Give credit to the defensive back for locking in there and coming up with that big interception.
They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. To throw, it's Smith. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. First down now from the 30.
Third and short like this, and the offense comes out in a shotgun, still leaving the option for a potential run. I think that froze the defense enough for the quarterback to hit an early read, and the result is a big gain and a first down.
Over the middle, it's Smith. Brought down, but it's past the line of the game.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And the Bearcats offense is on the move now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
Keeping it on the ground here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? QB keeper all the way. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal was obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Running play called on fourth down. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Handoff here from the shotgun. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Love this early in the game by this defense. Taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving his back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
2nd down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Grab down the middle. It's Hart. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time on your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
No, kick it away here. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. The last time they were stopped on 4th and goal. Rolled the dice, came up empty. Can they get it going again here? Picks up the first, looking for more. They make the stop, but it's a big play for 31.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. On the move now. He's got it in the open. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a first and goal from the 10.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Looks like the Bearcats will line up now. It's first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. And they've got him.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, maybe hold them to 3 points.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. Third down and goal. Crucial play coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll look to throw it on third and goal. Gets made on the out route. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on fourth down.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all of these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now, the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. Pressure is coming. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
The 25 at second and 10. Can they make it a third and manageable here? And the QB will try again on second and 10. Looking for the wideout. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid gain. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. The back's got it. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. The clock is still running up to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The Gamecocks will look to convert here on fourth down. QB keeps it himself. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a stop.
I mean, that's as safe a call as you can make, right? Just have that quarterback get behind that big offensive line and push, but he wasn't able to get past the line that they needed for the first down.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. Looking to scramble. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
The misfire on 1st down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 46. Dropping back, it's Smith. Defense is coming after him. He escapes the pocket. Finally decides to take a deep shot down the middle. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. They bring him down, but a chance to turn that into points just before halftime.
Well, throwing in the rain can be very problematic, but an impressive job by this defensive back to come down with this pick regardless.
Caught over the middle. It's Hart. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a 1st down. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. Looks like one more play here before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Hart. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. The kicker has good range, but this one is from 58 yards out. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. And after the miss, still down by 7. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bearcats will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the 3rd quarter. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
Well, I'll say this. This defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
At 1st down, sack a surprise and moves him back into fringe field goal range. Looking to do on 2nd and long. Taking a deep shot here to the right. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. The pocket breaking down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And that game moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46. First down here for this offense. Out of the shotgun, you'll hand it off. Fighting off the defender.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. They get him to the ground, but it's first down now at the 28.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Second down after that run on the previous play. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
The Gamecocks will line up here on first down and goal. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can...
It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So off the blocked PAT, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Johnson. And he's tackled just short of the 25. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. Got the first down and still motoring. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down.
Well, all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't the score.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
And now the handoff. Gets the first and still running. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. First and 10.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. Finding some room at the 25. They finally make the stop, but a huge gain sets up a first and goal.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
First and goal for the offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Bearcats.
Well, that's his second touchdown catch already in just the first half. You can guarantee the coach on the other side is trying to make every adjustment he can to slow this guy down.
Good job dealing with the footing. PAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. It's an out route. The catch made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Enough for a first down at the 37. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. How aggressive do you get on first and 10? Looking to throw here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Second and 10 following the incompletion from the 37. The senior tries to take a shot but overthrows his man.
Good read here by the quarterback on the run-pass option. Makes the right read, just doesn't give his receiver a chance to make a play on the ball.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Moves out of the pocket. And he swings it deep back to the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. They finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. At it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here comes a handoff. Breaks an open space. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And he's got it. The conversion is good, and we are all tied up here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. On the move now. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Aggressive ball, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. They'll try to run for the first down. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner will be brought down. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Breaks free. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. The Gamecocks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Hart. Touchdown, South Carolina. They jump on top now here in the 4th. Kicking team out for the PAT try.
That's taking advantage of a matchup there, Chris, by the quarterback finding his receiver. He puts the ball up in the air where he can make a play on it, and they come up with that touchdown.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary, looking for his big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Running with purpose. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. 1st and goal, handoff. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. The pass rush closing in. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they got to get the ball back and score again. So positive yards, but doing it quickly is key.
The pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. Incompletion sets up a second down. Throwing off play action. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. Looking for a late deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42. The Bearcats begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. He's got the first and still going. They make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Back to pass. It's Smith. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
What a job by this offense to be able to get this scoring. Now, Chris, you look at that scoreboard, they're within one possession. Big decision about whether you kick it and rely on the defense or you go with the onside kick and hope for some luck.
He's looking to throw. Makes a quick grab. He makes the two-point conversion. The lead cut down to 6. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Grinding away on the ground. He's got the first and still going. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
He hands it off from the gun. Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. Inside the all the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Chris, this is a huge touchdown late in this game to make this a two-possession game with under a minute to go. I think it's safe to say they can secure victory here.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. He knocked through the PAT. It's now a 13-point lead here in the final quarter.
That makes the score South Carolina 42, Cincinnati 29.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner choosing to field this one. be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Here's the handoff. Breaks off a defender. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. This is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. Three-way sports college football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. The play fake on first down. Looking to scramble. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.